Hey y'all, welcome to Reflecting Divinity. Today's reading is bringing through messages for you from Spirit, all about the humans in your life, the relationships, whether they are romantic, familial, friendships, perhaps it's about coworkers. It's really just about the human dynamics. And one of the things that Spirit was telling me is that it's about how these relationships are affecting other areas of your life as well. So this is really meant to bring you insight and clarity on what's going on with your relationships now, where they're headed, and awareness about how you are being impacted by your relationships. So, with that being said, pile 1 or reading 1, you have Transmutation, Black Tourmaline, and reading 2, you have The Only Thing, Clear Quartz. And reading 3, you have Step Up to Sovereignty, Lapis Lazuli. So go ahead and take the time you need to tap in to which reading is standing out to you. Trust your intuition and know that I consider my readings to be timeless. And I stand by the future is not set in stone, and that we have free will and our choices can shift and change the trajectory that we are on. With that being said, I will see you at your selected reading. All right, so first up, reading 1 with Black Tourmaline, Transmutation. You are very much a magnet, and what Spirit is wanting to point out is that when you are magnetic, the good, the bad, the ugly, the amazing, they all get kind of equally drawn to you. But the blessing of this is that your energy is like that of Black Tourmaline and has that ability to transmute, to shift, to alchemize. Yeah, we have the wheel that fell out for you. And then we also have the Hanged Man. That's too many. I would like one more. So with the wheel, that is very much that magnetic energy. And there is that sense of like chance, what's coming in. And the Hanged Man is interesting because the feeling I'm getting is you really just naturally have this ability. You don't even have to necessarily put in effort. It's not something that you have to work hard at. You have this innate energy, again, that can bring things to you. It feels like you are able to manifest rather quickly. And even things that you don't necessarily want. So say you're like focused on maybe something that you aren't wanting, you might have the energy that it just comes to you, more of it. So Spirit's saying to be very aware of that because you're very potent and powerful as far as what you can attract. And so Spirit's saying, use this to your advantage. This Queen of Swords is standing out to me as like she's rather bored. And I think this is where Spirit's saying it's time to like transmute some of the energy with the relationships in your life. Like maybe they need like a breath of fresh air. It's like, let's mix it up. And so you've got, it's interesting, I'm reading this as boredom, but the Hanged Man could also very much be representing that like tired energy. And I wonder if in your relationships there's just like this feeling of being stuck in a rut, or things just aren't as interesting as you would like for them to be. And so it seems like Spirit's saying, take a chance as far as like mixing up your routine. And this would span like however you are just in day-to-day for yourself, but also with the people around you. You have intuition and manifestation. Yeah, like you're very good at manifesting. Okay, yeah. So, and then you have the a consciousness of lack. And so that's where Spirit's like, okay, if you're stuck in a rut, you may be like really caught up and ruminating on a sense of lack, like you're not getting what you want out of your relationships. Yeah. Because we have family. So this could have to do with your family, and it's maybe you all are kind of stuck in a rut and it's hard to appreciate what you do have. It could also be that potentially some of you are in a relationship and you would like to have a family. We have angels of the four directions. So with this card, with the angels coming in, there is definitely a balancing here. There's a healing available. And yeah, I feel like your energy is like being called back to you with the angels coming in. And so I just keep coming back to this sense of like consolidating your energy and releasing what isn't you. And this could be that there is this almost projection onto you that you're almost like believing it's actually you. There's this projection onto you that you don't have enough, or you won't ever get to that point of like what it is you are wanting. And I do feel like you are wanting this like full picture with family, with the angels in the four directions. It's like you want everything coming in and like balanced and structured in a way that's like full, it's fulfilled, and it's foundational. Like I'm getting the energy of like the Four of Wands. And so you're like really craving that. And on one hand, it feels like maybe you've been told it's just not going to work out or something. Like there's like some sort of lack, like you're not good enough, or maybe there are people who are telling you this, or who they feel that way, and then you're like empathically taking that into your body, and it's like becoming your own thoughts, like you're interpreting them as your own, but it's not yours. So Spirit is helping you to take a step back and just notice from the position of the Hanged Man, and with the discernment of the Queen of Swords, to really see this situation for what it is, what it really is. And then with the wheel, there's this sense of acknowledging reality, intending to call in what you want. But then I almost feel like, taking a deep breath, releasing it, and saying, let's just see what happens. It's not that you're giving up or that you're not trying, but it's actually just kind of releasing a bit of control and allowing new things to happen. Because what it is you are setting out to manifest, to call in, particularly in establishing a foundation, a family, a community, creation, balance, harmony, it is going to happen, and it's going to be abundant. Reading 1, you have transparency. The energy of transparency supports our expansion toward a higher vibrational state of being with more insight, honesty, and clarity. And that's interesting. Transparency, I do feel that's like related to your transmutation of stagnant energy that isn't yours, like being bogged down, being clogged. Again, that projection onto you from other people, or like the dynamics that people have around you. It's like a dirty air filter or something that it's like not allowing you to have that free flow of energy that you would get with transparency. And so focusing on that, really making it a daily practice of recognizing when it's not yours and asking the angels to help clear it out from your mind, from your body, from your spirit, to get in touch with your intention and ask for that clarity, ask for that freedom, and then hand it over to the universe to take care of, because it's not something you have to, again, effort toward. It is very much in your frequency. It's like available to you. And so this development, and it seems to me like for many of you, it's going to be the right partner to establish a family. And you have romantic love. The frequency of romantic love supports our experience to know ourselves through the reflection of a conscious lover. And Spirit has been like, so I was getting the sense of the Four of Wands, and you have a lot of like 4 energy here along with 3 energy. So you have 43 and you have 34. You have 3, 3, you have 4 here, and then I keep seeing the 4 points of the magnet on this card. And so it's like this repeated message around stability and foundations and creativity and collaboration. there is this recognition by Spirit of your intention to have this rich, meaningful, like stepping stone in this relationship that is the kind of forever true love and deeply spiritual, conscious connection that Spirit's just saying to step back and try not to like judge how it's going to show up for you. That it's going to show up at exactly the right time in your life. And you have a message from the Affirmators Love and Relationships deck, which is self-worth. I cast off all concerns about what people think of me. I know I'm a totally kick-ass person, and my kick-assness can never be diminished by rejection. So people can think what they think and feel what they feel. In the meantime, I'll just keep on knowing what I know without thinking about what they are thinking about, what I already know, I think. Yeah, again, that energy of other people projecting onto you, or you taking on other people's energy as your own, then it like shifts into your thoughts and your belief system. It's like just really icky, and it's really not helpful to you, because deep in your soul, you know what it is you are wanting, and you know that you are worthy of this, that you are capable of having this, of calling it in. And so for some of you, you may have like gone through, maybe there's a breakup or there's been a shift in a dynamic around you, and it's really kind of maybe got you in a funk and feeling like, oh, this isn't going to work out. Like, I won't ever get what I want. What it is, I feel like, is just, it's so much a part of who you are, is what it feels like, that you're just meant to be in this loving, reciprocal relationship and having a family. And I just keep coming back, like maybe some of you are just, really wanting to be mothers and like creating this new world, and like bringing in new souls, and Spirit saying it will happen. And so if you've had a rejection or like what feels like a setback, Spirit's reassuring you that it's happening and it's going to suit you. Like the person, the dynamic that you're wanting, maybe you're in a relationship already, you've been wanting a family, or you've been wanting like just a better environment or situation for yourself, for your family. This is happening. There is like this energy of waiting and trusting that the wheel is turning, and that you keep up with your inner work in this meantime, and your manifestation ability that is just so natural to you, that will be functioning to its fullest and calling in everything that you're wanting, a new home, or, more resources, money, support, everything coming in to really just, to just bring it all together. And there is that acknowledgement of it feels a little bit scary because you're blindfolded and you don't see exactly where it's going to land or when it's going to come in. But Spirit is just saying, like, you are here and you are supported in this vision that you hold. So just know to trust your intuition and do what you can to minimize the relationships that are negative and be that Queen of Swords and setting those boundaries and just recognizing, discerning in the moment when it is not meant for you and it's someone else's crap that they are just projecting onto you. Let's see if anything else that Spirit wants to bring up. I just keep hearing trust that because it may not seem like things are happening and moving and shifting in your favor, Spirit is reassuring you to not give up and to keep holding that light, holding that intention, calling in that vision. So I hope this reading was helpful for you. Reading 1. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more from me in the future, then hit the subscribe button. I wish you all the best. I give you my love. And until next time, bye, Reading 1. Hello, Reading 2. If you chose The Only Thing, Clear Quartz, then this is your reading. And so Spirit is pointing out taking some action here as far as your relationships. Had one fly out. We have the King of Pentacles. There is this energy of it being right there, almost ready for you to take on something. Like maybe a new relationship or something. But let's see, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. So I really feel like with the Ten of Wands coming in here that you feel a bit weary of relationships and like maybe you just don't have the energy, but with Quartz and like that bow being drawn back, there is this energy being like right on that point of something taking off. And we have that with the Knight of Swords energy for sure. There is this energy of air. Okay, and we have conflict, and this, the interesting thing, I'm gonna just keep getting drawn back to this King of Pentacles because this, I believe, is like based on a painting, which I believe is definitely not what I would personally associate with the King of Pentacles. And I can't really like say it here. So that would definitely be some conflict. So maybe there was like a rough relationship and there's just like energy of not really wanting to go down that road right now, like with that Ten of Wands. But there's something like right there on the edge. And so you have the Ascended Masters coming in. So your Ascended Masters are working with you And we also have the vast universe. Okay, and we have optimism. I want one more. Okay, I have two more. Okay. And Spirit said we gotta have two more. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we have victim mentality and then we have peace. So this is kind of creating more of a picture here. Because ultimately, you're being brought to deep peace. And I can't help but notice the swans in the background. And so it looks like there is a relationship here. And I feel like it's in the future yet. It's not something that you have to rush into, but Spirit is saying that you will feel when you are ready to release this. What feels like it's an inner conflict, and it's something that was a harm done to you. And when you are ready, it will not weigh you down anymore. And then you will feel like, oh, I can take action. And so there is this message of like, you don't have to rush or force this. That is not the way. But when you are ready, everything is aligned to take off, and that you have the support of your guides, masters. I feel like maybe Master Jesus for some reason is coming to me. If that resonates with you, because perhaps there's, forgiveness work, which is more about you being able to release the conflict, the essentially the poison, right? That holding on to hate or resentment, even fear, things like that, that when it's so overwhelming in our system, we get bogged down and it's draining and it can make us sick. And so there is something here of like allowing yourself to step outside of that mentality or that belief that you are, if you feel that you are broken or you are wrong or anything, it's Spirit is saying that it's not accurate. It is not reality, and it is not helping you. And so there is this shift, a healing shift within you. And I really feel like this is coming down to your relationship with yourself now more than anything. Pile 2. That Spirit is saying that you matter. You are what matters. Your health, your well-being. And it's okay to put the effort into you. That it's more about you being, like the imagery of a butterfly coming out of a chrysalis, that is such a dramatic shift and transformation. And I assume, I've never experienced it, but I would imagine there's that sense of like, it's got to be super awkward and maybe uncomfortable at points, but it must feel very good at the end for the butterfly to spread its wings and feel the sun. And so I feel like that's what you are in the energy of, or that you've just kind of come out of. Like you just have this glimpse of maybe there's more to life. Maybe there's more than what I thought. That this past ickiness, this conflict which stems from what feels like a bad relationship, is not defining you and is not all that there is. Because you have like so much more to experience reading 2. We have abundance with 8. The energy of abundance activates our ability to manifest the wealth we need and the sense of fulfillment that comes from a heart and soul that are overflowing with love and gratitude. And Spirit's really saying, like, you have the whole world at your fingertips. You have the universe at your fingertips. Like, there's just so much more outside of this. And so I feel like Spirit is saying it's time to, like, I feel like other people have given you these 10 of Wands. It's time to like throw it back at them. You know, it's not yours to carry anymore. And you can then finally like breathe and experience all that you're meant to experience. And with sensuality, I mean, yeah, you're supposed to like enjoy and find like pleasure and happiness and fun out in the world. You have the frequency of sensuality reminds us that as spirits in human bodies, we are sensual beings, experiencing joy and pleasure from the physical world through our senses. I really connect that to this optimism card. Like, there's so much more out there. Like, maybe you're being called to like travel and reconnect with perhaps visions that you had before of like what you wanted to experience that you felt cut off from for a while. And there's this just persistent reminder, and this just wants to stick in my hand, that you are more than you think you are. You are more than you realize. And this is about just becoming who you are, reading 2, and enjoying who you are. And getting the message that in the past, you had people take you for granted. They did not appreciate you. They did not treat you the way you deserved. And I feel like you treated them well. And, you know, they just squandered it. I think that's the word. And so it's no fault of your own. And Spirit's like, we are here backing you up and helping you shift into you, but like up-leveled. And I do feel like, yeah, there's this potential relationship there on the horizon, but it's kind of just out there. But I feel like you really are just coming to a sense of peace within yourself first. So let's see, we have giving. I welcome the idea of give and take in my relationships, and I eagerly practice the give part. By giving freely, I discover just how fun giving really is. Giving my time, care, and attention to someone else actually gives me good feelings, which makes me want to give even more. wait a sec, does this selflessness make me look selfish? Be honest. It's interesting because I feel that you more so were very giving to the point that it potentially became like more detrimental to you, that it was like giving more of yourself away. And so there is this kind of balance between give and take. And that what Spirit's bringing to me is that you also, when you're giving to others, you also must give to yourself. And it's not necessarily you're like taking from someone else, but you're giving yourself the treatment that you give others, the care that you give others. You deserve this too. And so it's not like a either or situation. And that by giving to yourself, you're not taking it away from other people. So Spirit is like saying to get kind of clear on those boundaries and allow yourself to be comfortable with that, is what I'm hearing. Again, like stepping into that may feel a little bit awkward. It may feel a bit uncomfortable, like the butterfly spreading its wings, but you're really built for it. That's just who you are. You're meant to enjoy your life and live in abundance and have deep peace and spiritual connections. Like your guides are right there. So to trust your intuition, to trust yourself, to develop that relationship with yourself, get to know yourself. Yeah, I hope this reading was helpful for you, Pile 2. I would love it if you subscribed if you want to see more from me. And if you enjoyed this reading, then please give it a thumbs up. I wish you all the best. I give you my love. Until next time, bye reading 2. Hello, reading 3. If you chose Step Up to Sovereignty, Lapis Lazuli, this is your reading. All right, and you already have the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's this energy of like really working towards something, and as far as like stepping up into your power and like putting yourself out there. We have the Knave of Swords. And we have the Hierophant. Okay. Yeah, there's like big energy here as far as like stepping up into your power and like as this wise example. I feel like you have been working with people to like hone your skills, to hone your craft with the 8 of Pentacles, but as well as with like the Knave of Swords. You've been like figuring out, I feel like maybe teaching, speaking, putting yourself out there, and it's like you've gone from student to teacher in some way, like that transition that, yeah, you've been really committed. Like it's been this progression of hard work in the, like other people recognizing that within you. The sacred temple. Yeah, there's this energy of like, I don't know, maybe it's, I'm getting like religious studies even, or just like spiritual studies, spiritual. We have travel. There's just like this new kind of opportunity here. Yeah, like we have a creative endeavor, and we have here, there's like painting. So are you, I feel like you're being recognized by like higher authorities. It's very exciting in whatever like craft or skill you've been developing. And I feel like maybe you're like traveling to celebrate. Yeah, joyous fun. It's like you're meant to be seen by others and recognized for your work, your commitment, your dedication. And it feels like it's been like a long road. Let's see. Like you have laid every brick of the foundation. We have soul. 37, the energy of soul activates our connection to the part of us that is closer to the higher realms, God, or the divine. Yeah, so for some of you, this is soul work. Okay, this card almost came out earlier and it came out again, so it is meant for you. Abundance. The energy of abundance activates our ability to manifest the wealth we need and the sense of fulfillment that comes from a heart and soul that are overflowing with love and gratitude. Man, reading 3, I mean, this is like so positive. Just everything is in alignment. It feels like you have recognized the spirit, the creator that is within you, that you are connected to, capital C, creator. You have felt the calling in your soul to take this upon yourself, to commit to this, what you're being called to. You're being recognized in so many ways, both by spirit and by other people out there who are like benefiting from what you have created, what you have done, like what you are sharing with the world. And they are drawn to it and they are adding to it. So it's like they're also bringing in some energy to this, and it's like creating shifts, major shifts. And so there is this energy definitely of like celebrating and yeah, just putting yourself out there. We have independence. I embrace total independence, and I see how empowering that is. Even when I'm in a relationship, I can still be independent by meeting my own needs and creating my own happiness. When I do that, I'm the fullest version of myself, and I have much more me to give without needing pieces of me in return. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know what's a better representation of independence than, like, step up to sovereignty and that energy. I mean, you are this wise soul, and I feel like you are acknowledging what has made you who you are. I feel like you're like the real deal. You're like the package, the whole package or something. Reading 3, that there's like this ability of yours to see the full picture, the full range, and to make sense of it in a way that other people like enjoy experiencing what you experienced, what you are. It's like this sharing. Like I get a sense of maybe like you are a writer of some sort, or you just in some way you're very much sharing yourself, your story, your wisdom that you have accumulated. And it's that you recognize it for what it is, and you aren't what's coming to me is that Spirit is recognizing how in the past potentially you would have like not wanted to take credit necessarily for all it is that you have done, like achievements, acknowledgement potentially made you uncomfortable or something. Like you felt like you had to kind of squash that light, that brilliance that you have, and now you are like stepping into this and allowing other people in to see your light. Another thing that Spirit is highlighting is your like ability in reaching people to build communities, to affect communities. And there's something here about your work, your contribution to the world is very much community-based and creating environments that support groups of people and like recognize groups of people that haven't been recognized, that need support. And so you have this like, it's almost like you're some sort of like authority figure. You're like a leader, but you're coming from a wise and kind place rather than like a place of power. I mean, you are powerful. And so Spirit is recognizing that. But you're coming from this very much aligned space. And it's just, I feel like Spirit's raving about you, pile 3. However, this is making sense for you. And maybe this is something that you are contemplating, like you have an idea, or you've been working on something, but you haven't necessarily gotten to that place where you're comfortable with it and you're just not sure about it. But Spirit's saying like, stay committed. I mean, you feel this in your soul and you know that the impact it's going to have, it's just joy all around for you and for other people as well. You truly are like doing a community service. And this is something that you can share and give to all different kinds of communities through like traveling, that it's not something that is necessarily stagnant in one place. Like it's meant to morph and change, but it's still like essentially what you have created, the vision you have. The foundation of it is still the same, but you're able to like offer to each community or group what it is that they are in need of. It's just such beautiful energy. Reading 3. So yeah, your dynamics in your relationships is like on a much more massive scale, which is great. I mean, you're reaching a lot of people and really creating something amazing. So congrats. I hope this reading was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, if you found that it resonated, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more from me in the future, then please subscribe. I wish you all the best. I give you my love. Until next time, bye, Reading 3.